JayZ with a Hall of Fame entry into the Wife Guy Hall of Fame, curated by Jenkins Jonez, stood up on stage and questioned that Beyonce was the all-time Grammy winner but had never won Album of the Year. I fuck with that, man. I love that. That's great. That was a beautiful moment from JayZ.
Yeah, very, very iconic wife guy moment right right there for him. It was like, bro, he got up there and he was just like, he no filter. Like he just lets that shit fly. He told it like it is. I'm like, bro, this man is really like a 52-year-old dude from Brooklyn. Like like this is some like Jerry Seinfeld fucking Larry David shit he on right now. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's just I kind of got mixed feelings about it because for one, I do not think that the Grammys still respect rap the way they should.
Mhm.
The rap category, the rap album of the year, the rap song of the year, those weren't televised. Like, bro, is it fucking 1989 again? Like, so yeah, I mean, all that shit rings hollow. And then, you name the award after Dr. Dre, who's got his, spotty past with the shit he did with the Barnes and all that. So I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't put too much stock into the Grammys anyway, so I don't feel too strongly about it either way. But it was just kind of a shit show all around. But I do appreciate Jay, just delivering
Yeah.
some shit that was on his chest though.
I mean, I love the fact that, yeah, bro, get up. You're a fucking billionaire. Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with Jay-Z sometimes. Like, what's better than one billionaire? Two, zero, nigga. Zero billionaires. That's what's fucking better than one billionaire. You feel what I'm saying? But I mean, I love the fact they got up there and talked this shit. If you're gonna be rich, be that type of rich. Be that type of rich and tell the motherfuckers exactly how you fucking feel. You know what I mean? So I love that. But yeah, like Tyler said, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't really give a fuck about the Grammys. I turned it on after I saw what JayZ said, and we were gonna talk about it. So I feel like I should look a little bit into it. But yeah, I don't. I just it's for me, it's just weird. Like how much value the Grammy means in certain things that deal with black people when black people aren't the people that are deciding these things. Like I went and took a shit when Billy Joel was what I'm saying, came and performed or whatever, like, cause I don't fuck with Billy Joel. Why would a motherfucker take a shit when, what I'm saying, when Killer Mike would perform, deciding if Killer Mike's gonna win the Grammy or not? You know what I'm saying? So I just
Right.
don't, talking about 21 Savage, making decisions for him. Like I don't really fuck with it too much. But yeah, I'm glad he got his issue off. And also I looked at the voting process, it's flawed as fuck. Like I looked at it when she lost Renaissance. I was like, how did this happen? How did Harry Styles beat her? And it's like, if you don't have a lot of overlap, you know what I mean? Like, if you're competing with people that are similar to you as far as in fan base, it's going to be more difficult for you to win. And I'm just like, that's flawed as fuck. Where Harry Styles can be the Beyonce because Harry Styles fans and Beyonce fans are different people, and the other people like Adele and Bad Bunny, there's some overlap there. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I have a question about award shows for you guys. I appreciate both of you saying that because I remember when I was younger, I for sure like watched all the award shows. Like I remember watching the Grammys and the Emmys and the Oscars, and I would be super excited when the stuff I liked won. And at some point in my 30s, it's like I didn't know the Grammys were on tonight until someone texted me because they know how much my family loves Tracy Chapman, that she was performing, which was a huge
Mhm.
surprise, which I love. I did watch that. But like, I'm just always surprised. It happens more with the Oscars probably than with the Grammys, that like I just forget this stuff is happening. And then it's like so many of my friends care so passionately about like every aspect of like, did the thing they like, is it gonna win? Are they represented it in the award show? Whereas to me, it's just like, why do we care? Why does anyone care about like any of this? I understand it still has like importance in the industry, but like, do you guys feel like, can we ever actually leave that shit behind? Or is it just going to be new generations of people being like, I don't want to tear this down. I just want to be the person who wins. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like we've just been for 40 years of us being on this earth. That's what it feels like. You're calling it progress, but it's really just like, I want to win it. And then now he wants to win it. And then now she wants to win it. And it just kind of feels like the same cycle to me, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the Grammys at their core, it's just like criticism materialized, right? Like that's basically all it is. And you see artists take the same issue with the Grammys that they take with a fucking Pitchfork review. If they lose on a Grammy or if a Pitchfork review slams them, they're like, oh, media doesn't get us. You know, don't listen to these nerds. They don't know the culture, right? Like, and you know, like I don't know. I feel like you just have to find that balance. You kind of know when something is deserving of, you know, a good critique or a bad critique or winning some awards and shit. And sometimes, you know, when motherfuckers get robbed, like JayZ said, but it's just, you know, like I said, it's just criticism that's manifested, and people are going to always take issue with criticism, especially if they're on the losing end or the bad end of it. So,
which by definition, almost everybody is. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? It's like one album is gonna win album of the year every year.
I stopped listening when I realized that, like, it's not for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I stopped watching when I realized it's not for me. I feel like that's when I lost interest. I thought like I had to say so, or like my opinion or my tastes mattered to, you know, it feels like a circle jerk now. You know what I mean? It feels like it's not.
But it's literally always been that. You know what I mean?
It has.
Yeah,
but I mean, to me, it didn't. I learned that it was, and it was like, it's not as interesting anymore. So I guess that's when I started realizing, like, they don't give a fuck about me and my opinion or most fans' opinion.
Right.
This is awards for the people within the industry. You know what I mean? So
who did Steely Dan beat? Like, Steely Dan won album of the year and beat like every album I've ever liked or something like that. And I remember that being the year. I think that was probably the last award show of any type that I watched. But then I know people who really fucking love Steely Dan, that was their like. That was their moment. Yeah, but that was like their moment. They were like, no, I know.
Asia's crazy.
I've never listened to him or care about him at all. I remember that night being angry, and then it just immediately be like, why do I care about this? And then seeing, like I said, like friends of mine who love Steely Dan or so I was like, well, good for them, and that's great. But I don't think I can bother to invest my time in this shit.
Was that
it took me longer? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, was that 88 when they beat out Prince and Michael Jackson? Let me look that up.
I don't like him that much.
Get the fuck out of here. No way.
I don't like him that much. For what, Asia?
Let me see.
I mean, for me, I think when I really, really stopped, because I used to like at least get on Twitter and talk shit. But when I just said, I just refuse, is when Macklemore won rap album of the year. And I then apologized to it for it, because he knew it was bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I really just tapped out.
The answer that Tyler's looking for is it was not Steely Dan who beat out those. It was U2 for the Joshua Tree album beat out Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, Dolly Parton, and Prince.
God damn.
I think Joshua Tree. I do think Joshua Tree is a perfect album, but again, it's like when would you ever compare? Like, I like U2 and Michael Jackson. When would I ever compare U2 and Michael Jackson?
Yeah,
you
Michael Jackson's bad is
it beat bad.
It beat bad. So
it beat bad and Sign of the Times. Like Sign of the Times. Like shit, we just mentioned that the other day. Sign of the Times is like his most political commentary heavy album, and that shit's jamming too.
Yeah.
Like,
and hasn't Bad been in the top 100 since it was released? Like,
isn't Bad like 4 times Diamond or some shit?
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's fucking.
I mean,
funny,
they did.
bro.
Is that the album that they made us download when we got Apples?
No,
no.
I like U2 a lot, but I didn't like that album. But Joshua Tree is Joshua Tree is a fucking perfect album, bro. I love that album.
Yeah,
but
it's fire.
Anything beating Bad at anything is like kind of a
the wrong answer.
It's an indictment on the structure. Yeah, that was like 30 years ago. I can't find. Okay, was it the 2001 Grammy Awards that was when Steely Dan won.
That was watched. That was Akeem in Toronto. Steely Dan 2001. Like, bro.
Yeah. But I'm trying to remember.
That's Akeem in Toronto.
I think Radiohead is the big snub there.
They beat Radiohead.
2001 would have been Kid A.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They beat, what else did they
Kid A
beat? Hold
fine.
up. They beat Beck. They beat Radiohead. They beat, because I was like, they beat
Beck got his against Beyonce.
And Eminem and Paul Simon. And I remember being like, if you're going to give it to an old dude, at least give it to fucking Paul Simon. Like, I've at least heard it. I'd literally never heard the word Steely and Dan put next to each other until the fucking Grammys. I don't know, bro. I don't know shit about music. Whatever. All right. Let's talk.
They're white too, aren't they? I didn't
it?
realize they were white till it was like 2016. Isn't Steely Dan some white dude?
I would assume, based on the people I know who are huge fans of theirs, that they're white.
Oh no, I mean, that shit was my people was playing that. at
They
the crib,
kind of,
my
yeah, I was
nigga.
about to say they're kind of cross cultural a little bit.
Yeah,
The album that
nigga.
John's talking about, Asia Wilson, is who Asia is who Asia Wilson's parents named her after that album.
Yeah. Black
Yeah,
people love
so,
Asia.
yeah,
though.
that niggas we was jamming that shit at the crib, bro. That's why I got hip to the Bee Gees, Eagles. My people, they had they little DVDs and shit. You feel? Not DVDs, but CDs. DVDs. They had their CDs and shit, bro. CD-ROMs, you hear me? But yeah.
We should create an award show. And it should have nothing to do with
should.
anything. It should literally
No.
just be like wife guy of the year, dookie butt of the year.
We could do
Like-
some real ones though too. We could do some real ones. You know,
Real
album
one-
of the year. We could
real
do,
one of
yeah,
the
some
year.
real shit. Yeah. I mean, we could do that too. But some real awards as well.
I think Antonio Pierce is a leader in the clubhouse.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey man, I ain't know. I'm gonna be honest with y'all because I don't watch football. I ain't know who the fuck Fred Warner was. We got that wrong. And on Black History Month too, that nigga is the most handsome motherfucker
Told
in
you.
football right
Yeah,
now.
he's a good
I
looking dude.
looked at him. I said, this nigga beautiful. When we gave that motherfucking police officer face motherfucker the award, nigga, we got to
Not me.
we
I
gotta
gave Brandon
apologize
Ayuk.
to the
I gave it to Brandon
Yeah,
Ayuk.
shit, nigga.
Hey,
MLK looking down on us. Looking for a super offer for Super Bowl 58? DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered. New customers can bet on the big game and turn $5 into $200 instantly in bonus bets.
I know the line has been moving around a little bit, but as of right now, the 49ers are a couple point favorites. I know even if the 49ers were 20-point favorites, Mike would still be nervous watching that game.
fact. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code Jenkins. New customers can bet $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 58, with code Jenkins. The crown is yours.